And we need just the last few to move in. And the more favoured runners are all drawn next to each other in gates 2, 3 and 4. Boyd, who's the best tried in the race, alongside Lord Erin in gate 3 and Escada in gate 4. And they're the best backed in the event. Catavia's been a drifter, drawn awkwardly. Pinstripe fairly solid in the market, and Del Vecchio's been easy as well. Mr. Casanova to move in. Chairman's choice standing up near the outside. Moona Brook is set. Del Vecchio now in, so they're just about ready. Cranbourne Cup for 2003. Boyd in gate 2. Needing a win here to make it into the Caulfield Cup. Kieran McAvoy on board. He won the race here last year on Eagle Rhythm. They're set. Ready. Oh, Boyd went up in gate 2. He's got across into the adjoining stall. He sat down in the gates and he has gone berserk in the stalls. What a shocker. And now he's clambering all over Bondi Iceberg. And he has caused absolute mayhem in the gates. He's now become cast. This must be just horrifying for Connections. He can't possibly start in the race on what he's done here in the stalls. He's become hopelessly strung up in the gates. He's sitting with his bottom on the ground and his front legs and one of his hind legs also caught up in the gates. Alongside him, Bondi Iceberg, well, he just belted him like a heavyweight title fight. He jumped on top of him, and you'd imagine he would be in some doubt of running. And the vet will also want to inspect Lord Erin, because the first time he reared up, he turned to his right. Brett Preble showed brilliant agility to get out of the way, and the horse just flayed his hooves to Lord Erin's way. That was just for a fleeting moment. But the vet will no doubt run the rule over all of these horses. Now Boyd has become freed. They've got him up on all fours behind the line now, but he has done such damage, there's absolutely no way known he could be past fit to start. The horse who'd been backed into favouritism will be taken out of the gates on vet's advice. The race that the Harrison family, particularly Doug, has been planning to win for such a long time with this horse, and it's all gone amiss in a split second before what would have been the start of the race. The Harrisons have been synonymous with the Cranbourne circuit, with Patriarch Tom having won this race with Havelock in 66 and Licence Fee in 79, but their name hadn't been on the honour roll since then, and this was the chance for it to happen, but unfortunately it's not to be, I'm sure. I'm preempting the vets a little bit, but it was just too bad happening in the gates to expect him to be able to run. Bondi Iceberg might also be in danger, I would think. Lord Erin I don't know about. I think he should be all right, just giving it a 400 metres diagnosis, but it didn't look like there was too much happening there. Ascana's been taken out of the gates too, but he's coming back in, so he's right. Ascana's gone into the stalls. Lord Erin now being tested behind the gates. It's not a place Bondi Iceberg will appreciate. He ran an unlucky 4th in this event last year. He hadn't been able to win a race since, but I don't think he's going to get an opportunity here today, unfortunately. Although you never know. He's still got the jockey on board, Stephen Baster, and he's trotting around for the vets at the moment. So pretty useless having a look at a toad update, I should think, because Boyd, who holds top billing, couldn't possibly run, which is terribly disappointing. Bondi Iceberg still trotting around for the vets. And Lord Erin, I think the saddle's been taken. Yep, saddle's been taken from Lord Erin, so he might not be running either. I just hope we get an official announcement soon. All the others are still standing in the gates. So what will end up being the sub here, I don't know. We don't know until the jump. The favourite on the tote now is Ascana, very important for doubles and quaddy punters, but it's the favourite at the jump. So at the moment that is Ascana. We'll confirm that as soon as we can after the race. Now, the three of these horses, here's Bondi Iceberg. They've put him back into the gates. Bondi Iceberg's in the gates, but Lord Erin is out, and so is Boyd. They're out of the gates, and I think they're out of the Cup. They would have been the first and second favourites, and they've been scratched at the barrier. Yeah, it's coming through official now. Boyd and Lord Erin both withdrawn on vet's advice at the barrier. Starter going to the platform. Lights gone on now, so they're set. We've had sensations even before the jump. First and second favourites taken out of the Cup at the barrier. The lights on. They're off and racing in the Cup now. Special Scene and Storm Edition in the middle of the line. Bounced away well with Moonar Brook. Del Vecchio's going forward. So is Pinstripe. And Mr. Casanova's racing extremely wide down the straight the first time, where Del Vecchio finds the lead. Mr. Casanova shoots across, and from the outside barrier, he's in front now. Third Storm Edition outside Moonar Brook. Pinstripe is fifth, one Ascana, followed by Out of Options, who's got across reasonably well. Royal Rule on its inside, a length and a half to Ruling Eyes as they leave the straight. Chairman's Choice pasted wide. Storm Edition is next, and then came Catavia, and they were followed by Bondi Iceberg, who's back second last on the inside, and last year's winner Eagle Rhythm is last. Mr. Casanova strides away into the back straight with a 4.5 length lead. Storm Edition is in second placing. Del Vecchio is third. 2 lengths to Moonar Brook, ahead away the outsiders Pinstripe. 2 lengths to Out of Options outside Ascana, a length and a half further back Chairman's Choice still wide. Around Ruling Eyes and Royal Rule, a length and a half further back Catavia, off and running 3 deep now. Then Special Scene followed by Eagle Rhythm and Bondi Iceberg last of all. Mr. Casanova by 4. Del Vecchio does the chasing down the back. 2 lengths away Storm Edition, a neck to Pinstripe with a beautiful trail, and then Moonar Brook. Chairman's Choice working hard around the outside of Out of Options. 1 to Ascana, midfield on the rail. Catavia starting a run, followed by Ruling Eyes. 1 to Eagle Rhythm, Special Scene, Royal Rule, and Bondi Iceberg is last of all. Coming towards the home turn, and Mr. Casanova's run them off their legs. He leads by 5 lengths to Del Vecchio. Pinstripe, here comes Catavia around the outside. Then Storm Edition, followed by Out of Options as they swing the corner. Ascana midfield, and it's Mr. Casanova for home. He leads by 4 lengths to Del Vecchio. Catavia running on. Then Ascana trying to work clear with Out of Options, and Moonar Brook's getting up on the inside. Catavia hits the lead now. Catavia with Del Vecchio, and then Out of Options Ascana. It's Catavia. Out of Options drives at him. Catavia won the Cup by a head. Out of Options, Pinstripe has run third, and close up Del Vecchio and the unlucky Ascana. Chairman's Choice ran well. He never got on the track. Mr. Casanova folding in the last bit. Then Special Scene, Eagle Rhythm, Moonar Brook, Ruling Eyes, Storm Edition, Royal Rule, and last to finish is Bondi Iceberg. An inspired ride by Danny Nikolic has got Catavia home in the Cranbourne Cup. And maybe, just maybe, he'll force his way into a Caulfield Cup start on that. I think he needs a penalty, but he's now qualified. 9 Catavia, $9.320 has lasted to win. Second placing to Out of Options, Matthew Allen, and third Pinstripe, ridden by Greg Childs, 9, 6 and 10. From an outside barrier, he's got across to give the horse cover back in the field, and the horse has continued a long, strong run to take out the race. Leon McDonald wins his second straight Cranbourne Cup. He had Eagle Rhythm successful last year, and Catavia's record at and around this trip enhanced again. 3 2,000-metre runs, and he's won 2 of them and been second in the other. This was his 4th run back. Did the best of the back markers at Ballarat last time out in a race where it was difficult to make ground. Not so today. He was able to settle off the speed and continue a very long, strong run. He hit the front with about 200 metres to go and just kept on responding. The big boy Out of Options came home solidly but just missed. And third to Pinstripe, who was given a perfect run just on or off the pace by Greg Childs. The time 2 7.54 to 7.54, around 5 seconds outside the record. Margins ahead by 3/4. 9, 6 and 10, fourth in. Went to number 3, Del Vecchio. And fifth was number 8, Ascana. Well, Andrew Findlay got himself boxed up on the fence coming up towards the turn. He had absolutely no luck in trying to work clear, and out of options just kept him pocketed for quite a while. But he did hit the line fairly well, but it was all over. But honours must go to the winner, Catavia. A 4-year-old chestnut gelding is by Grand Lodge from Canis here.
All right, Greg, we'll leave it there. 9, 6 and 10. Catavia taking the cup. The running double 1 and 9 has paid $42 even, and that was the New South Wales first 4 race. And of course, those very important late scratchings. Boyd went absolutely berserk in the gates, in the barriers. So he came out number 11, and Lord Erin number 12 was also.